This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Our goal with our videos is to empower you to be able to do the repairs on your own and save a whole lot of money and also get that great feeling of having fixed it by yourself. Today we have a 6-burner gas Viking range, and 2 of the burners to the left will not light, and the ones on the far right are kind of intermittent. They don't really light very well, and sometimes they just keep clicking. So first thing, we're going to attend to those ones on the right. We're going to take off the burner cap. We're going to take off the strip plate, and then we're going to use a wire brush to clean up the area where the igniter comes in contact, where the spark jumps from the igniter to the burner head. So we just want to get that cleaned up. It's always going to be a little bit of corrosion, sometimes some food particles, and oil gets on there and dries up and just makes it harder for that spark to jump. It kind of weakens the spark. We're also cleaning the burner cap, the bottom part where it comes in contact, where the metal touches the metal of the burner head. Just going to rub off some of that corrosion. So this is kind of a simple, Viking's kind of a simple burner assembly, not much to it, pretty straightforward commercial style. We're using this electrical cleaner that you can get at Home Depot or hardware stores to clean all the electrical parts. This stuff's pretty flammable, so be careful if you have any kind of flame around. It could turn into a flamethrower. So we're just going to spray it on the burner head and mainly on the igniter. Put a little bit on the metal surface of the underside of the burner cap. When I put it on and light it, there'll be a big flame because that's mainly the gas, but also the cleaning agent being burned up. So just be aware there might be a big flame. If you let it sit for about 10 minutes, there won't be any flame. It'll all evaporate. So now we're getting a better, more responsive flame and one that lights faster. It was mainly due to cleaning the corrosion off of that igniter. So we're going to put the drip pan back on. And now we're going to take a look at that one behind it, the rear burner. So these are really good ovens and really good stoves. Just checking that front burner again. The igniter looks good. It's got a good spark, lights up really fast. Pretty responsive. So took off the grate, took off the drip pan, took off the burner cap, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to use a wire brush. I get these wire brushes at the dollar store. You usually get 3 of them for $1, and they're made of either brass or steel. I like to use the brass ones. And I'm just going to clean all these areas here with the wire brush. Be careful not to push in too hard on the white part of the igniter. That's porcelain. It could easily crack. We don't want that. So I put the cleaning agent on, electrical cleaner. So part of the problem with this oven, or this stove, was that it would keep clicking. And that's usually due to just some kind of bad connection with the igniter because it's dirty, or it just needs to be some electrical cleaner put on it to get it a nice circuit again. So that lights really good, lights fast. Put that one back together. And we're going to test out these burners again. So the ones on the right are looking good. They light easily. Got a nice flame. Here's the middle ones. Back one lights really good. And here on the front one lights good. The ones here on the left, though, neither one get a click. So there's no click. When you move the switch to light it, not only do you not get a spark, you don't even hear a spark. Probably due to a bad spark module. This unit has 6 burners. It has 1 spark module for the left burners, and it has 1 spark module for the middle and the right burners. So right near where my right hand is, there's a sheet metal box right by my brush, and that's where the spark module lives. You can get one for about $70 through Amazon. Here's the link, and it just lives inside of that sheet metal box. It's really easy to get to. Just have to take out a few Phillips head screws, and that'll get the spark going again, and that'll take care of the left side not lighting. So pretty easy to do. I like to use Amazon because they usually have the things you need and they can get them to you quick. A lot of other companies, though, you can get them from also that are, you can get a good deal, but $67 is pretty good. So I'm putting them all back together. And if you ever need to find the model number for a Viking, usually it's going to hang out underneath this left side on a sticker up against the side wall. And I'm going to get my camera in there because I can see a little bit better. I'm going to open it up and take a picture, and then I'll blow it up. And that's going to help me to get parts. So the part I do need to get is the spark module, and I was able to find that again on Amazon for about $67. So hopefully this will help you with your Viking range. They're great machines. Hopefully you can subscribe with us, and we'll send you a lot more videos on how to fix your appliances in your home.